Okay, so there's a question I've been sitting with for about 6 months now. And it started when a structural engineer I deeply respect said something to me that I haven't been able to shake. He said, "The closer a building gets to a circle, the stronger it gets." And I said, "Okay, but you can't build a circle." And he said, "No. But you can build a 20-sided polygon. And you'd be surprised how close that is." So I spent the last 6 months going deep on this. Floor plans. Structural analysis. Cost modeling. Real builder conversations. And what I found is that the 20-sided barndominium might genuinely be the most structurally rational residential layout ever applied to steel frame construction. Might be. Let's find out. If you want the architecture content that goes places most channels won't touch, subscribe to Barndominium Haven right now. Hit the bell. This is the kind of video that takes 6 months to research and about 8 minutes to watch. And I want you here for every one of them. Stay till the cost section, because the 20-sided home's economics are genuinely surprising. And not in the direction you'd expect. Let's go. I want to start here because most people when they're planning a barndominium, they think about shape as an aesthetic decision. Do I want a rectangle? A U-shape? An H-shape? And they're right that shape is an aesthetic decision. But shape is also, and this is what most people miss, a structural decision. The shape of your building determines how wind loads are distributed across its surfaces. It determines how seismic forces travel through the structure. It determines how snow loads accumulate and where they concentrate. It determines how many stress concentration points, corners, junctions, connection details, the building has to manage under load. A rectangle has 4 corners. For stress concentration points. For locations where wind pressure transitions from positive to negative, the classic condition that lifts roofs and pushes in walls. An H-shape has more complex stress conditions at its junction points. A U-shape has interior corners that concentrate load differently than exterior corners. Every shape decision is simultaneously a structural decision. And most people making a shape decision for their barndominium are only thinking about one of them. The 20-sided polygon thinks about both. Simultaneously. By geometry. Let's be precise. A 20-sided building, a icosagon in geometric terms, but let's not use that word again, is a polygon with 20 equal sides and 20 equal interior angles. Each interior angle is 162 degrees. That matters, and I'll explain why in a minute. From above, a 20-sided building looks almost circular. Not quite circular, you can see the flat faces if you look closely. But from any practical distance, from any approach angle, from any aerial view, it reads as round. It reads as a circle. And the closer a building reads as a circle, the more it benefits from the circle's structural properties. Now, in barndominium construction, steel frame, metal panels. A 20-sided building is built as exactly what it sounds like. 20 flat steel panels, each one a standard rectangular building section. Connected at 20 angled joints that together trace the polygon. Each panel is a completely standard steel wall panel. The joints between them are the only non-standard elements, and those joints are angled connections in steel, which is well understood territory for any experienced metal building fabricator. It's not as exotic as it sounds. It's 20 rectangles arranged in a polygon. That's it. Okay. The structural argument. This is the part where it gets genuinely interesting. Wind load on a flat wall creates a simple condition: positive pressure on the windward face, negative pressure on the leeward face. The pressure differential is what does the damage. It's what lifts roofs. It's what separates wall-to-roof connections. Now, on a rectangular building, 4 faces. The wind hits one flat face head-on. The entire windward face receives positive pressure simultaneously. On a 20-sided building, the wind never hits one flat face head-on, because the faces are only 18 degrees apart. The wind is always hitting an angled surface, always being redirected rather than stopped. And that redirection reduces the net wind pressure on any single face significantly compared to a rectangular wall of equivalent total area. Here's the number that impressed me most when I dug into the research. Wind engineering studies, specifically post-storm damage assessments, consistently show that buildings with more sides experience lower peak wind pressures per unit of wall area than buildings with fewer sides. A circular building, infinite sides, achieves the theoretical minimum. A 20-sided building gets you approximately 85 to 90% of the way to that minimum. With a building you can actually construct using standard steel panels. That's the structural argument. And it's not theoretical. It's documented in wind tunnel testing and in post-storm engineering surveys. The 20-sided building performs better under wind than any rectangular building, period. This is the question that got me obsessed with this topic. Because here's the thing, a circle is the strongest shape. Everyone knows that. But you can't build a true circle in conventional steel frame construction without curved steel members and curved panels that cost significantly more than flat panels. So the question becomes, how close can you get to a circle using flat panels, while maintaining the structural benefits of circular geometry? Let me give you the polygon progression. A square, 4 sides. Interior angle, 90 degrees. Structural behavior, rectangular. Wind performance, standard. An octagon, 8 sides. Interior angle, 135 degrees. Noticeably better wind performance. Still clearly polygonal. A 12-sided building, interior angle, 150 degrees. Reads as almost round from a distance. Significant wind performance improvement. A 16-sided building, interior angle, 157.5 degrees. Reads as round from any practical distance. Approaches circular structural behavior. A 20-sided building, interior angle, 162 degrees. Essentially indistinguishable from a circle at any normal viewing distance. Achieves approximately 85 to 90% of circular structural performance. A 24-sided building, interior angle, 165 degrees. Marginally better performance. Meaningfully higher construction cost per additional side. The 20-sided building is the sweet spot. Beyond 20 sides, you're paying more per side for diminishing structural returns. Before 20 sides, you're leaving structural performance on the table. 20 sides. That's the answer. Okay, let's talk about what you actually live in. Because structural performance is great, but if the interior is impossible to furnish, it doesn't matter. Here's the honest truth about the 20-sided interior. It's not as challenging as you'd think. And it's more spatially interesting than anything rectangular. Let me explain the geometry. A 20-sided building with a diameter of 50 feet, which gives you approximately 1,963 square feet of interior floor area, has interior walls that are each approximately 7.85 feet wide. Those walls are close enough to flat that standard furniture placement works against most of them without modification. A standard sofa fits against a 7.85-foot wall. A standard queen bed fits against a 7.85-foot wall. Standard cabinetry works in the kitchen zones. The challenge, and it's real, is the corners. The 162-degree angle at each corner is obtuse enough that standard corner cabinetry doesn't fit. Custom corner solutions, angled cabinets, floating shelves, built-in seating in the wider corner zones are necessary for the kitchen and bathrooms. Budget for that. It's real and it costs money. Now here's what's genuinely great about the interior. The central open space of a 20-sided building is extraordinary. No load-bearing walls required in the center, the polygon's perimeter carries all the structural load. So the interior can be completely open, one continuous circular feeling space. Or divided with non-structural partitions wherever you want them. The floor plan flexibility of a clear-span polygon interior is actually greater than a rectangular clear-span building. Because there's no wrong end of the rectangle, no short dimension that limits your layout options. Every direction from the center is the same distance to the wall. That's spatial democracy. And it's wonderful to design in. My favorite feature. No question. It's the light. A 20-sided building with windows on every face, or even every other face, receives natural light from more directions simultaneously than any rectangular building of equivalent floor area. No dark corners. No rooms that only get morning light or only get afternoon light. The light moves around the building throughout the day, not just entering from the east in the morning and the west in the afternoon, but cycling through all 20 faces in a continuous progression that means the interior is never fully in shadow during daylight hours. For a designer, this is extraordinary. Lighting a room is genuinely one of the hardest things in residential design. The 20-sided building does most of it passively. Just from its shape. I've designed a lot of buildings. I've never worked with a form that gave me this much natural light access for this little design effort. That's my favorite thing. And it's completely free. It's just geometry. The mistake. It's the roof. Specifically, the decision most people make about the roof when they first design a 20-sided building. They want a conical roof. The apex at the center. The cone descending to the polygon's perimeter. And I understand the instinct. It looks right. It's geometrically consistent. It photographs beautifully. Don't do it. Here's why. A conical roof on a 20-sided polygon creates a single drainage point, the apex, from which all rainwater must be channeled to the perimeter. That means 20 drainage paths, one along each face's ridge line, converging on 20 downspout locations at the perimeter. 20 downspout locations. 20 potential failure points. 20 penetrations through the wall-to-roof connection. The most vulnerable part of any building's envelope. Instead, flat roof with a slight pitch, or a low-profile hip-style roof with multiple drainage points distributed around the perimeter. Sheds water cleanly, minimizes penetrations, and performs significantly better over the building's lifetime. The conical roof looks more exciting. The flat or low-hip roof works more reliably for 30 years. Choose the one you'll thank yourself for in year 15. Real numbers. 2026, mid-cost US market. A 20-sided barndominium, 50-foot diameter, approximately 1,963 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, open living and kitchen. With a low-profile hip-style metal roof. Steel panel fabrication, 20 custom-width panels, 20 angled connection joints, engineered for the polygon geometry, $38,000 to $58,000. This is higher per square foot than a rectangular kit, the custom panel widths and angled joints add fabrication cost. Structural engineering, polygon specific, $4,500 to $8,000. Foundation, continuous grade beam following the polygon perimeter, $18,000 to $26,000. The polygon foundation is more expensive per linear foot than a rectangular slab, more perimeter, more formwork complexity. Closed cell spray foam insulation, $22,000 to $32,000. Interior framing, non-structural partition walls for bedrooms and bathrooms, $12,000 to $18,000. Custom corner cabinetry, kitchen and bathrooms, $8,000 to $14,000. Do not skip this line item. Standard cabinetry won't work at the corners. Budget for custom. Plumbing, $11,000 to $16,000. Electrical, $9,500 to $14,000. HVAC, single or two zone, $7,000 to $11,000. Septic, $9,500 to $14,000. Well, $8,500 to $12,000. Interior finishes, flooring, drywall, kitchen, bathrooms, $24,000 to $38,000. Contingency, 15%, $26,000 to $40,000. Total realistic build cost, $197,500 to $301,000 fully finished, mid-cost US market, 2026. Per square foot, approximately $101 to $153. That's a meaningful premium over a standard rectangular barndominium of equivalent square footage. Driven by the custom fabrication, the polygon foundation, and the corner cabinetry. But for a building that performs structurally at approximately 85 to 90% of circular efficiency. In a category where most homes perform at rectangular efficiency. That premium is buying real structural value. Not just aesthetics. Real structural performance. I'm not going to pretend this is an easy build. The panel fabrication requires a steel fabricator with experience in non-standard building geometries. Not every barndominium contractor can do this. Actually, most can't. You're looking for a fabricator who does custom metal building work, not just standard rectangular kits. That narrows your builder pool significantly. And a smaller builder pool means less competitive pricing and potentially longer lead times. Permitting, a 20-sided residential building is something most county building departments have never reviewed. Plan for extended permitting. Engage an architect or permit consultant who can present the engineering in terms your building department can evaluate. Financing, same alternative construction story. Portfolio lenders. Construction to permanent. Cash if you can manage it. And resale, honest answer, is uncertain. A 20-sided home is genuinely extraordinary. It's also genuinely unusual. The buyer pool for an unusual home is always narrower than the buyer pool for a conventional one. Build this as a forever home. Not a 5-year flip. Here's my honest conclusion after 6 months of thinking about this. Is the 20-sided barndominium the strongest layout ever? Structurally. For wind performance specifically. It's the strongest non-circular residential layout I've encountered in steel frame construction. Not by a small margin. By a meaningful margin. The structural engineer was right. The closer you get to a circle, the stronger the building gets. And 20 sides gets you close enough to a circle that the structural benefits are real, documented, and significant. While remaining buildable with standard flat steel panels by any fabricator who takes custom work. It's not going to be the right choice for most barndominium builders. The cost premium is real. The builder pool is limited. The interior design requires more thought than a rectangle. But for the person who is building in a high-wind location, hurricane country, tornado alley, the exposed high plains. And who wants the most structurally rational residential building available in steel frame construction. The 20-sided barndominium is the answer I didn't expect to find. And now that I've found it, I can't unsee it. Subscribe to Barndominium Haven. Tell me in the comments. Would you build this? I genuinely want to know. And I'll see you in the next one.